Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to our Paul, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makar Kal Halam, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makar Kodash. That's the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to our brothers and mothers pushing this word in sincerity and in truth to all believe in this gospel. Shalom. Brother Zach from Camp James, Jamaica, and this lesson, I'm not exactly sure I'm going to start it yet, but going through here in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Start at 12. It says, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever, because an idea." The scripture said basically the gods of the heathens are idols. They are no real God yet. And the scripture said in the day, right, the Lord will be one. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, so only going to be one power. These gods basically are cast down. And they weren't from the beginning, and they definitely will not be in the end yet. Right? Only one power will be acknowledged, the true power. So yeah. It says, "For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices." And it remind me of who? Cesare Borgia, which basically come from him, but the told him is, Serapis Scriptus. And even the Pharaohs them used to basically declare themselves as God and beating as God there. But in today's era, our time frame, we have the famous one, Cesare Borgia, which actually, if you look it up, like for example, enough of the picture them with Jacob today, and in Christianity, and when they go to like the even within the Roman Catholic, but Christianity in general, and like the Last Supper, them always push for what? A painting, that was done by like Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci, like for example the Last Supper, and there are actually pictures of Cesare Borgia, again son of Enrico Borgia, the Pope, that was commissioned to be done, and today them have it today as so-called Jesus. Yes, so scripture is on point, and today, as the scripture said, them worship the creature more than the creator, because Serapis or Cesare Borgia is just a man, an heathen, not that, or heathens, because they're two different people. Let's get this real quick. I'm gonna go to Romans 1. And 19, so 19. So 17. It says, "For therein is righteousness of Yahweh revealed from faith to faith, as is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of Yahweh is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them. For Yahweh hath shewed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So it's obvious that there's a God. It's obvious that there's a creator, and in basically I set for this book, right? Commissioned this book, to basically have in Israel, really, because this book is for the Israelites and the book referring to the Bible, you know. So we know that there's a God, obviously, by the things that will manifest in front of it, right? But it says, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like unto corruptible man, unto birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. So then basically have the image, which basically chiefly was Esau, Edom, that, which is scripture tells him have actually opposed everything way of the Mosiah and the heavens and so forth. Right? We show you who is the devil today. It's actually the so-called white man. Because the image with them give away, obviously or clearly is not biblical. Can we go to the Bible and get a depiction of who Yahushua is, right? Or skin complexion, Revelation 1 and start at 12. It says, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. So this is John the Revelator seeing Yahushua, and I describe how him look. Verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like snow, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And when him see him foot, him describe it as what? Fine brass, as it were burned in a furnace, which is basically about so-called dark complexion, and Yahushua bear the image of basically Yahweh. So clearly you show you that the Mosai, right, and Yahushua is so-called dark skin, because where the so-called white man come about, the red man come about, is it start from Cain, but his seed died off, and then it come back through Esau. It's curious that the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Before that, everybody upon the earth, except from of course Cain lineage, was of pigmentation. Because when you look up the whole lacking of pigmentation, it was a curse unto Cain, and Esau basically bear that, which is if I can receive the same spirit coming back. But it was actually like today they call it recessive gene, basically in like a black man today and call him albino. It's not they call it now. It's not healthy, right? It's not a royal look or anything like that, That's why I'm susceptible to like skin cancer and so forth. Right? It's good to have melanin for black the race, if you keep in one with nature. So of course the son of the most how wouldn't basically lack melanin, that makes sense. Alright, so as the scripture go back to the Romans, it say Romans 1 verse 23 says, and change the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and to creeping things. Right? It says, wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness to the lust of their own hearts, dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie. So yes, Yahushua walked the earth. Yes, he's the son of the Most High, but them start put a different image, and them start put a different characteristics to it than actually who he was. It says, and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So now them basically worship a corruptible man. And them say, oh, that is Jesus Christ. Right? So now go back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Read back 15. It says, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god. And that's what we have today, these idols, for them. It says, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and the graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. And that's all we have today. A little piece cracker. Right? Basically it's now being worshipped as a god. Them say him a god, and now them change with the angels, them the so-called white people, right? And the most I look upon even now think God's hand or God's finger or something like that. With what's supposed to be the most and Adam, that changed to faggotry. Basically blasphemy when you look at it. Right? But that is what they have today. You're going to like J. Combe, they worship Holy Mary and baby boy Jesus and all of that. He says, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwell far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness, they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present. So basically copy the image and have it worldwide. Also, the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition, for he, peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored as a man. And this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men, serving either calamity or tyranny, did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. So now when people think of the Most High, them think of a white man. Think of the Son of the Most High, and think of a white man. And that them are called God. Which the Most High is separate. That's why the Most High removed the name like that from the common person. So only the elect, and other persons, me hear the name, but really hold it to it. Have that name. His true name in the Hebrew being Yahweh, and his son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, which is so-called black man. It says, moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace, and things to them bless. It says, for whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another treacherously, or grieved him by adultery. Which we can drop it there. Right, but today we see it all over, especially in the so-called churches, because they're not governed by the principles of Yahweh Shem Shai, and even the image with them have up is basically the idols. You go up on Google right now, you type in Jesus, you type in God, you get this right, the idol that was created, throughout the years, but passed down. But it's going to say we when to follow Colonel Levi's fables, when the Most High basically bring us to that knowledge, what the truth is, and give us the faith to actually believe it. So hope this is the fun tea like out there, giving all praise to our power, Yahweh Shem Shai, or Shem Kakadash. The mothers and to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the full leg. Shalom.